Since Brexit, roaming with your UK SIM card has become quite difficult. Most networks have introduced extra costs to roam in Europe, and it's even more expensive further afield. You'll also have to put up with fair usage limits, meaning that even if you pay for roaming, you won't be able to use your full allowance overseas. In this video, we've explained which UK mobile networks are the best choice for roaming, based on their fair usage limits, value for money, and more. Before we begin, if you're looking for a new phone or SIM plan, you can use greensmartphones.com to find the best deals. Whether you're shopping for a phone or a SIM-only plan, you can filter by networks to only show those with good roaming policies. Let's get started. The best Big Four network at the moment when it comes to roaming is O2. They're the only major provider that hasn't begun charging you to roam or restricted free roaming to only their most expensive plans. You can currently use up to 25 GB of your monthly allowance in 49 different European countries. Plus, roaming is included in 27 other further afield nations, like the United States, on some plans. They also have a fairly reasonably priced daily roaming add-on, in case you want to roam in other countries. The downside to O2 is their fair usage limit is just 25 GB. With EE, for example, it's double this. However, you have to pay extra to roam with EE, unless you buy one of their more expensive SIM plans with a roaming add-on available. Also, Vodafone has the same 25 GB monthly usage limit, while 3's is just 12 GB at the moment. Also, with 3, you have to pay a daily roaming charge, even in Europe. They're probably the worst major network to roam with at the moment. The Big Four mobile networks in the UK can sometimes be quite expensive. If you're looking to save money, you might like to join a virtual operator, known as an MVNO, instead. The problem is, most MVNOs have quite restrictive roaming policies. 5 GB fair usage limits are common, and beyond Europe, you'll often have to pay per megabyte of data used, or per call or text made. Fortunately, there are a few MVNOs that offer good roaming allowances, especially in Europe. The first is ID Mobile. They give you inclusive roaming in 30 different European countries, up to a 30 GB monthly usage limit, which is better than what O2 offers. Tesco Mobile is another good example. They offer inclusive roaming in 48 different European destinations, but there are no fair usage limits, meaning you can use your entire allowance overseas. However, in other countries like Australia, Canada, and the United States, you'll need to pay extra for usage with both ID Mobile and Tesco Mobile. They're only a good choice when it comes to European roaming, but if you only need to get online in countries like Italy, Germany, and Spain, you can use greensmartphones.com to find the best prices on these networks deals. Simply use the network filters to only show plans from Tesco, ID Mobile, and O2 to see which offers the best value. Since roaming with a UK SIM is so restrictive, you might be wondering whether it's best to just buy a foreign SIM card when you get to another country. It can be a better idea to buy a local SIM card, especially if your phone is dual SIM compatible, meaning you don't need to constantly swap between the two SIM cards. Alternatively, there are eSIM services, which allow you to buy a virtual SIM card, which will work in one or more foreign countries. eSIMs can be expensive, but they're often cheaper than buying a daily roaming pass with a provider like EE or 3. Especially if you're going away for a week or more. Remember, if you do buy a new UK SIM for roaming, you can use greensmartphones.com to find the best prices, no matter which networks you're considering joining. And if you have any questions about buying a roaming SIM card, leave them in the comments below, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.